my color, weathers.
Zambezi News is distributed on social media and DVDs. It has over 6 million viewers. While it's not broadcast on Zimbabwe state media, it has fans in other African countries because it sheds critical light on political realities. That's why state authorities perceive the show as an affront.
I think, I think that's always the joke in Zimbabwe, is that you've got freedom of expression, but you don't have freedom after expression. That's it's definitely the case with Zambezi News, is that it's very kind of outspoken political satire, and of course we deal with the powers that be.
Based in the capital, Harare, Zambezi News reports from a country in the grip of a repressive regime after almost 30 years. The three comedians use satire to prompt people to think about sensitive issues and disregard threats and intimidation. The guiding principle of Zambezi News is you can laugh away your fear, but you can't look away from it.
This is so late, man, David, to say something like that. Welcome to what is this for again?
The Shoko Festival.
Okay. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone who worked on this great festival that is benefiting the nation. It is good for tourism, and seeing flocks of artistic immigrants swarming from the imperialist nations and leaving their local currencies in our nation. And make sure that you have all the necessary clearance and documents, or we will come there and shut you down.
We always laugh at situations, We're just trying to get people to laugh more, so that you don't cry so much and you don't complain so much. It's happening, yes, life is tough right now, but don't let it bury you. So this is why we're looking at life from a different angle, from a funny sort of angle.
The Zambezi News team is going into its 4th season. The cast is still confronted by state security agents who claim the comedians are pursuing an anti-government agenda. Considering Zimbabwe's outlook, there seems to be a need for the kind of comedy that Zambezi News provides.
Like we say in local parlance right here, if I no laugh, I go cry. Sometimes humor is a good outlet. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Africa on the Move in partnership with DW. See you next week. Bye.
First point of accountability is asking questions.
Hello and welcome to Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. I am Udoka Njoko.
Hi everyone, welcome to Plus Training.
You cannot continue to recycle poverty while you're spending a lot of money on unproductive ventures.
The government has to feel the impact.
Honorable Commissioner, sir, welcome to the show.
Goal 10 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals speaks largely about eliminating inequality amongst countries and peoples. The United Nations clearly recognizes that businesses can also exacerbate inequality by being complicit in perpetrating biases and discrimination. The question, however, is how exactly does this resonate with Nigeria? Lagos is the most populous city in Nigeria and has millions of persons. Among these are little persons also, often found in Osborn in Ikoyi. They are trying to make a living as they grapple with inequality and discrimination because of their physical appearances. Wisdom Abba and his wife Joanne are one of the little persons who moved from other parts of the country into Lagos to make a living by getting employed despite their physical inadequacies. They say that in Lagos, they had hoped to win the battle against discrimination, but this fight, however, seems to be a lost one as they are constantly marginalized by some employers while hunting for jobs.
Sometimes, somebody will promise me at where I'm selling market, just with drive car, we say we find work for me. I will pull up on that person. At last, the person will not find a job because promise me, many of them.
When I want to look for a job, they say they can't give me a job, that I'm too short, then I should go.
This couple is not the only little person seeking an end to discrimination in job hunting. Nkubi and Shapali are celebrity broadcasters. They too say that they have had a painful taste of societal rejection.
I got called up for an interview. One of the management now walked up to me and told me that, look, I am sincerely very sorry. You are not the kind of person we are looking for.
My sister, growing up, she'll be like, Daddy, where do you get this thing from?
Though Shapali comes across as a very confident woman, she says growing up was torturous.
I'm talking to you, I don't know my mom until now. She ran away because I am a dog.
She adds that her self-esteem was dealt a devastating blow for even thinking of marrying a tall man and begetting tall offspring, as her mother-in-law rejected her.
I had a relationship that the guy, took me home to the mom. And I was there in their living room, seated, and the guy went to call the mom. The mom came and I was like, where? Sorry, oh my dear, sorry. Where is the wife? My son said he brought. And I was like, it's me. I said, stop joking now. How will it be you? My son came up to come that he brought somebody. I was not accepted.
Bash and Iyatokpe are 9-to-5 persons. They reveal that they have also been treated with inequality countless times.
My own junior brother, the one that follows me,
someday they will be treated like every other human being. I am Mary Chinda for Plus TV Africa.
Hey, what's up, guys? You're welcome to another edition of Plus Event, and I remain your host, Ifeoluwa Oshuke.
Your absence isn't an excuse anymore, as Plus Events is all you need, as we bring you the glitz, the glamour, and loads of fun.
Oh, definitely. Right, no question. He's a living legend.
Oh, God forbid, Holy Ghost fire, I know.
I just want to be blown away. I want to be wild. This is 11 years of doing it.
I'm surrounded by so much positivity.
No, it's okay.
Yo, what's up, my people? It's your boy Starboy Terry. You're watching
Plus Event
on Plus TV. Stay glued to Plus TV Africa every Saturday and Sunday, 4:30 p.m. West African time.
Politics has helped shape the decision of the polity, from conspiracy theories to good old-fashioned comic politics.
These are the results of tomorrow's election. Okay, you have it already, Abi?
I think we've done very well in the very difficult circumstances in which we took over governance.
Plus, politics will fill the polls of the country, from friends to frenemies, even strange bedfellows, to clones and stooges. We go beyond the rhetorics and the drama to analyze the story behind the story.
Let anybody come and say!
The perception in itself does more harm than actual corruption that you have.
Plus Politics, not just another political show. It's about putting
So country people, I greet on our top this very o'clock. This one and news on the hour for Plus TV Africa. and my name na Promise Nero. This one are the three ones I want to give for now. They say the President of the Senate, Dr. Bukola Saraki, don't thank Nigerian workers for their contribution for socio-economic development of the country, even with some economic palaver then. Saraki, for one goodwill message when we say they take mark the 2019 Workers' Day groove, still talk say he thank the leadership and members of the organized labor for their patriotism when we say they take things gradually and wildly. For the industrial action when we say they take settle trade wahala. He talk say hope they say they go do wetin go sweet workers for belle so that if you put their best to carry the economic of the nation go up. That one concern the new minimum wage of 30,000 naira when we say they just sign enter law. He say no nation fit develop if they not get better workforce when we say that they ginger. Saraki talk give the public sector say make them work so that Nigeria will do well. The People's Democratic Party, a coalition of united political parties and the Center for Anti-Corruption and Open Leadership, don't turn their mind, say they not get hand for the proposal when Bisoga President Muhammadu Buhari wife Aisha give them to arrange private university when they go call Muhammadu Buhari University. Now for one town hall meeting for Yola Adamawa State when she take collabo with concerned indigenous of Adamawa, she yarn a plan of the private university. Let's say the African Youth Initiative for Crime Prevention, ICRIP, when we say they don't collaborate with United Nations Information Center, don't organize the first Nigeria Airport Anti-Wuruwuru campaign project with the aim to bring better way when we say go fight Wuruwuru for Nigeria, give the public. Our talk person, Amaka Okoye, get the report. All right, so we'll go back break for this very o'clock. When we show back, we'll summon a plenty of that three again. We're gonna not go anywhere.
First point of accountability is asking questions.
Hello and welcome to Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. I am Udoka Njoko.
Hi everyone, welcome to Plus Training.
You cannot continue to recycle poverty while you're spending a lot of money on unproductive ventures.
The government has to feel the impact.
Honorable Commissioner, sir, welcome to the show.
That is how we get looped into a cycle of insanity, repeating the same thing and expecting a different result. That cycle of failure is unsustainable and it has to end now.
Infection train is back.
They take us to the push and start asking us to call our people to send money.
What can be done as an intervention for them right now to stop abuse of all children?
They say they don't beg Oga President Muhammadu Buhari say make it do more to improve the welfare and standard of living of Niger workers. Najib Bello, when he said the public affairs analyst, began earlier for the plight of Niger workers. He said the president and the minister need to do more to complement their promise to improve the life of Niger workers.
This year, they could celebrate the new minimum wage. It's just coming in right now, and it's May Day, so they could celebrate it. Yeah, I think they have something to celebrate, at least for that.
And do you agree that President Buhari is Nigeria's most labor-friendly?
Now, when they talk about Workers' Day, today and Wednesday, May 1st,
May 1st, yes.
They call us a Workers' Day for Nigeria. So the matter be say, you say Nigerians, as in Nigeria people, they get reason to celebrate today as Workers' Day.
The only thing why I say workers get to celebrate today, now that new minimum wage of 30K where government don't pass recently.
Yeah.
Now from this month, now they go begin pay them that 30K. It's still better past the 18K where they give them before. So that one is something they're supposed to celebrate. And apart from that, I don't even see any other thing. But that 30K reach for them to say, okay, better don't still show small.
Okay. So based on logistics, that 30K,
yes, so,
now the matter
yes.
they sweet people for belly.
Exactly.
So they say Oga Buhari, the president of this country, they say now be Niger labor-friendly president. Meaning say they friendly to
labor. Now so the minister talking, labor minister. Well, if they talk, say Buhari, they friendly to labor. From the way the ministers, they talk to the workers and how they handle the workers' issue, we know from that. If he like the workers and he love them, if he be for a mind of from the way they tell the ministers, but from the way the ministers, they can't communicate with the workers and the kind of things where they tell them and the kind of plans where they get for them, you know, even show anything at all, say Buhari love them. But if they say so, make them, they try show them. Make Buhari, they try show them. Even this new minimum wage, he struggle. He struggle to sign them.
Now war.
You understand? So, but well, maybe get some other plans where we go, they see as time they go. But now, they had us to see them.
They say today now 100 years after the army, they struggle for jobs for the country. So the team, they say they can't give them one team. They say this year's celebration is another 100 years of struggle for job dignity and social justice in Nigeria. That one, they bother you, Abi, how you see it?
It don't worry me much. I know, say, our workers don't they struggle for long.
Yes.
And their struggle, they bring results. Not because they also struggle aimlessly.
Yeah.
But then they need to focus on some things. Every time they focus on some matter, they struggle and where it they bring result. But waiting me at the CBC, they know they quickly put out, say, now this one we won't face today. Like, look housing now. The way our workers, they go rent house, they collect 30K per month, finish, you go somewhere, you want rent house, everywhere house now 200K, 400K, you put the money, your whole salary don't finish. You go hospital, you know, all the kind of hospital where they their area, now hospital say you go there, check you need, you don't enter Wahala. So to get better hospital now, where they won't go, you feel sick now, you go on hospital now, 300K. So if they feel put pressure, just list all these things down and say this month or this year, now healthcare we want to fix.
Yes.
Government must fix all hospitals so that as we pay our 15K national health insurance, we know say anything will happen to us. Once we go this hospital, we know say na standard treatment. Then they go housing, say okay, we want to make sure say all these federal housing estate or state housing estates, they affordable.
Yes.
So that by the time I pay house rent of 120K, I know say I did one small self-contained where I know say everything do okay, I get water, I get everything. Then we'll talk about transportation. Look the BRT setup. You go beggar. If you go beggar like this from 7 a.m., if you stay there up to 2 hours, you never get bus. So they need to come out say these are the issues we want trash every year. They need to outline them. Say okay, 2019 we don't fight for 2018. To 19, we don't fight for minimum wage. Then 2019 to 2020, we go fight for healthcare. 2020 to so. Now, so they're supposed they put up. So as the struggle they go continue the struggle. Even for other advanced countries, they see the struggle. But as they struggle, make sure say they plan their struggle well and make sure say they get the results where they look for. It go better for them.
The African Youth Initiative for Crime Prevention, ICRIP, when we say they collaborate with United Nations Information Center, they organized the first Nigeria Airport Anti-Wuru-Wuru campaign project with the aim to bring better when we say they want to fight Wuru-Wuru for Nigeria, give the public. Our talk person, Amaka Okoye, get the report.
The theme of this roundtable discussion is creating a corruption-free international airport in Nigeria while addressing targets 5 and 6 of the SDG of the Sustainable Development Goals 16. The essence, to rid Nigeria's airports of any form of corrupt practices. The convener sheds more light.
Pass through the airport, you see the officials, government agencies, and airport officials, that is airline officials, subject Nigerians to all manner of corrupt practices by intimidation, harassment, extortion, bribery. These are deliberate. Our airport needs to be sanitized.
The international airports, especially Lagos, Abuja and Kano, has been identified as hotspots for corrupt practices, from bribery to coercion and more.
You get to the airport, all manner of things happen. In some cases, they want to, extort money from you through intimidation, harassment, all manner of things. In some cases, they will just keep you in a place, hoping that at the time you are there for so long, you would have been frustrated. So many things.
Weighing on the matter as a way forward, speakers at the event challenged Nigerians to always report cases of such to relevant authorities.
I know for sure that you're a man of the uniform, and sometimes we get people are harassed, by men of the uniform in the airports or even in different places, but because the focus is on airports. Can you speak to us about that, when people are being harassed unnecessarily in the airports by maybe security officials or airport officials? All of those people will wear uniform.
Yes, the issue of harassment, intimidation, or application of means of coercion at the airport is a well-known fact. But you see, passengers who know their onion, who know that they have nothing incriminating, within their luggages or in their persons, should not take such application of unnecessary authority, into cognizance. They should stand their grounds, with regards to, because such, as far as I'm concerned, such unnecessary application of authority with a view, to gaining a pecuniary advantage. So passengers should stand their grounds, and they should not fail to report any perceived cases of breach to the appropriate authority.
The core objective of the event is to reduce incidences of corruption through open campaigns and sensitization such as this to have a saner, corrupt-free Nigeria. For Plus TV Africa, Amaka Okoye.
Some traders, when we say that they para, that they do, we not go gree waka for the Ikeja Computer Village on Tuesday because of the plan to install their market head, when we say that they call Iyaloja and Babaloja. Plus TV Africa talk person Samson Oloyede, when we say we did the market area, get the report.
Some traders in Computer Village, Ikeja, earlier took to the streets to protest the installation of market heads known as Iyaloja and Babaloja in the hub. The traders stated that the hub is not a regular market, but an international market that did not need an imposition of a market head because it adds no value to the technological hub. Plus TV Africa had a chat with Fatai Adedakpo, the chairman Ogumbi LCDA Community Youth Computer Village, and he had this to say as regards the agitations.
Nothing happened. It's just that they are agitators about Iyaloja and Babaloja issue within the market. And this morning, some aggrieved members, they are protesting this morning. And it doesn't stop the activities of the market. And everything in the market is peaceful. As you can see, people are moving around in and out for their daily businesses, and something is moving fine in the market. The aggrieved members know that most of them are not fighting for most of the traders or the business owners association. They are just using the name. Most of them are fighting for their self-interest.
He also decried the use of soldiers during the protests.
I had clear information that they did not even inform the police. They come up with OPMS, which is soldiers, and which is not supposed to be so. But soldiers are meant for battlefield, not for civil activities, not for protesters within the market.
As regards the controversy of the installation of Iyaloja and Babaloja, Fatai explained in detail.
Babaloja and Iyaloja is not in this market before. And issue of Iyaloja Babaloja does not get anything to do with any association. But Iyaloja Babaloja is a traditional thing and traditional title. And it's being managed by Lagos State Market Board, led by Mrs. Folashade Tinubu Ojo.
He also listed the benefits of having an Iyaloja and Babaloja in the technological hub.
The benefit we have in Iyaloja Babaloja of 18 is that this computer village, we have over 8 associations. And we have people outside there, both Lagos State government and local government, even from the federal, that want a representative from the market, being the ICT market. Africa is the largest market in Africa for now, communication market. So they don't have opportunity to meet one single body. There will be controversy. Maybe you have to meet the CAPDAN, PAPDAN, IPSCA, the Engineer Association, the Printer Sellers Association, even we have Food Sellers Association, both the CDAs. So with this, if we have Iyaloja Babaloja, we have a good mouthpiece and earpiece to the federal government, state government, all multinational companies and others. Iyaloja Babaloja 18 will be just a voice to represent the market, instead for us to be arguing on the association that is more superior than the other. So that's our benefit.
The role of the market board was also explained.
And we have something else that we call market board. Those are the ESCOs that will be checkmating Iyaloja and Babaloja. Those have been picked. We have slots from the Igbos, Hausas, and Yorubas. Note that the Iyaloja and Babaloja will not be monitored. They will be monitored by the market board committee.
I'm live here at Olayeni Street, the middle of Computer Village Market, and as you can see, buying and selling is currently ongoing with a very peaceful environment right here. And it's contrary to the claims that the market is under some sort of protest due to grievances expressed by certain traders and members of various associations here. We've spoken to the chairman, and he has made us understand that the installation of the Mamaloja and Babaloja is to project a great leadership for the market in relating with the government as a whole. Samson Olede, Plus TV Africa, Lagos, Nigeria.
All right, so now time to take one sharp break. When we show back with someone and plenty other to read them, we're gonna not go anywhere. They say Southern military rulers say they're ready to negotiate with the opposition on top the political future of the country, but make all the Gbege stop latest by Tuesday. The Gbege of say that they disturb trains and bridges them, and that they talk about. Opposition group and protesters now they push the Transitional Military Council TMC, make them speed up the move to civilian rule since when the army sacked before President Omar al-Bashir for April 11. The main organizers of the protest, the Sudanese Professional Association, don't call for civil disobedience, and one general strike on Monday as meeting with the TMC don't fail to arrange any result on top the creation of the Joint Civilian Military Transition Council. Inside press conference on Tuesday, the military said they no go cancel the protest sit for inside what they happen outside the Defense Ministry since April 6th. They say a heavy rain I don't return to Bata, northern Mozambique on Tuesday. It don't spoil aid operation and more water day on top of the port city for Pemba, just days after they say they suffer plenty water from Cyclone Kenneth. Cyclone Kenneth is scattered Mozambique, Cabo Delgado province on Thursday when they say kill like 3 people. Tuesday rain don't stop aid operation for the 3 days, and some of the community when they say that they are affected, they very limited supply. The news will continue after this chicken break. Muna no go anywhere. They say police don't arrest one suspect for the shoot and when we say take kill 2 people and 4 other people come wonjure on Tuesday, April 30 for the University of North Carolina for Charlotte. Local media don't identify the man as 22-year-old Tristan Terre. Official details of the shoot never declared, but campus police chief Jeff Becker talks say emergency dispatch be received call late for the afternoon about one individual when be say carry pistol and he don't shoot plenty students there. One gunman when they say a student opened fire from one building for the University of North Carolina Charlotte campus on Tuesday, April 30. It killed 2 people and wounded 4 others. Governor Ray Cooper said the incident is one tragic day for the great university, the city of Charlotte, and the state of North Carolina. Local media don't identify the man as 22-year-old Tristan Tre. Official details of the shoot never declared, but campus police chief Jack Baker talks emergency dispatch be received call late for afternoon about the individual when they say carry pistol and they don't shoot plenty students there.
Tragic day at this great university, the city of Charlotte and the state of North Carolina. Here on the last day of class, just a few days to graduation. But I know the people in this community, and they will be here for each other. It's important for all of us to gather here to talk about what a great university this is and to mourn the loss of life and to pray for the people who have been injured and to try and heal and recover and do what we can to prevent this kind of violence again.
The next news, not business news. They say the United Nations UN don't pledge to support the African Development Bank AFDB power project when they say they call Desert to Power Initiative for Africa. One statement by the Communication and External Relations Department of AFDB on Tuesday talks said the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres will make the pledge when they say meet the president of the bank and Kenwumi Adesina for New York. The Desert to Power Initiative they expect to arrange electricity to 250 million people for the continent. The project is now $110 billion initiative to build 110 gigawatt solar zone across the Sahel, the largest for the world. They aim to develop and provide 10 gigawatt of solar energy by 2025. Still on Top Plus TV Africa, with our roundup for entertainment and sport news with the show back.
Far away in a foreign land, they have embarked on a new adventure. What challenges will they confront? What pleasures will they experience?
Is to be the best in this competition because I really want to show the African how beautiful they are. Amazing!
A brand new life with all possibilities. Nigerians in China on StarTimes.nkoa.
Time entertainment, the city television network Fox on Tuesday don't renew the drama series Empire for their 6th season, but they say they don't get plans to bring the character when Jussie Smollett play come back. The actor talks say in a victim of one hate crime for January. Chicago police some accused Gift Smollett say he arranged attack against himself, but the actor say he not do anything like that and our prosecutors come on hand from the criminal charge against him. Smollett played gay singer-songwriter Jamal Leon for the show about one family for the hip-hop entertainment business. first leave one door open so that if it brings Smollett come back if they extend the option of a contract. According to one statement from 20th Century Fox TV and Fox Entertainment, for the agreement, the studio don't negotiate one extension, give Justice Smollett option for season 6. But for this time, plan no day for the character of Chama to return to Empire. That one of entertainment. The next, now for sport. Tottenham Hotspur will need to fight hard for the return leg of their Champions League match against Ajax to keep hope alive when they could take enter the finals of the tournament. Ajax when they say they don't already get better chance for the first leg with 1-0 win after Donny van de Beek's 15-minute goal when he pass give Hugo Lloris from close range, put Eric Tingax for inside young side. Don't help the driving seat when they take enter the second leg for Amsterdam next Wednesday. Spurs struggle as they play without their key men, Harry Kane, when we say Wunjo and Song Heung-min, when we say they suspend. The job tough well after one injury setback of the defender, Jan Vertonghen, when we say suffer face injury for the first half. Ajax hold their lead for the comfort and they go need steering Spurs to come back to stop the Dutch side to face either Barcelona or Liverpool for the final for 1st of June. All right, so that one our news roundup of event for this hour. For more news update, I beg follow us at Plus TV Africa for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And make now subscribe to our YouTube page at Plus TV Africa. We'll show back later with plenty other three them. I beg, make no go anywhere. My name, na Promise Nero. I thank you when be so that they join us on top this very clock. Make una get better day. Una, well done.
Hey, what's up, guys? You're welcome to another edition of Plus Event, and I remain your host, Ifeoluwa Oshuke.
Your absence isn't an excuse anymore, as Plus Events is all you need, as we bring you the glitz, the glamour, and loads of fun.
Oh, definitely. Right, no question. He's a living legend.
Oh, God forbid, Holy Ghost fire, I know.
I just want to be blown away. I want to be wild. This is 11 years of doing it.
I'm surrounded by so much positivity.
No, it's okay.
Yo, what's up, my people? It's your boy Starboy Terry. You're watching
Plus Event on Plus TV. Stay glued to Plus TV Africa every Saturday and Sunday, 4:30 p.m. West African time.
Politics has helped shape the decision of the polity, from conspiracy theories to good old-fashioned comic politics.
These are the results of tomorrow's election. Okay, you have it already, have you?
I think we've done very well in the very difficult circumstances in which we took over governance.
Plus, politics will fill the polls of the country, from friends to frenemies, even strange bedfellows, to clones and stooges. We go beyond the rhetorics and the drama to analyze the story behind the story.
Let anybody come and say.
The perception in itself does more harm than actual corruption that you have.
Plus Politics, not just another political show. It's about putting you, the citizens, in the know.
And
it's that time where we have tea and bring you the biggest entertainment stories. This is Tea Time right here on Plus TV Africa, where the big stories live. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo, and as always, I'm not here alone. I'm here with a familiar duo, Elsie Godwin and Ife Oshunkeye. And we also have here in the studio with us our very own Buki November, who is also here to discuss her interview with a major Nollywood actress. So Buki is here on the program. Hi, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's start with you, Buki. You know, we've not had you on Tea Time in forever, since last year.
4 years.
4 years ago, I know. So for anyone who is watching and doesn't know, Buki used to be our social media expert on Tea Time, and she used to bring us all of the trending stories on social media. So
she still has her own show on Plus TV Africa called Plus Trending. So if you want to see anything entertaining apart from Tea Time, please tune into
whatever
Plus
is trending. Yeah. Okay, all right. So let's talk about your interview. It's already making a lot of waves. I think I should call it the second version of because Elsie had an interview with her as well. So we talked about that. What's different, with Elsie's and yours? What's different?
So Elsie's interview was more of the professional side of her life. So basically her foundation, her life as an actress, so the business side, I'll call it, or the professional side. Mine was or is more of the family side of it. The
personal details.
Yeah, so basically the war between her and her ex-husband, the battle for custody for her child, so that side of it, because she's been dropping hints on social media regarding the problems they have or they had, and
they have.
Yeah, well, they still do have it. So, so my interview covers that side of the conversation, basically answering the questions people have been asking on social media.
Did you enjoy the interview?
It was amazing. I enjoyed it because
she was forthcoming.
Yes, you don't know of the full story until you see the other side of it. So people just see her, so this troublemaker, this woman who just likes to rant, they have different perceptions of her.
Okay,
but don't you think that's just very contradictory in the sense that people see one side of it, but we've been seeing only one side of it?
Okay, guys, you know what? I think you should answer that question later. Let's quickly show the viewers what you actually have in store for them. So take a quick look at this clip that we have of the interview with Tonto Dike.
2018. That's the first time he ever gave me money for his son. I'm doing this because I want to clarify a lot of things. The day I found out for real that he was Yahoo, I went in and saw my son's father, unbelievably, sitting down in the middle of red candles. The first birthday, nothing. Second birthday, nothing. Third year birthday, nothing. These are the only piece of that a father has given to a 3-year-old son. In fact, he did not even contest the custody battle. Then I asked him one thing. I said, how can you sit down in this court and not contest a custody battle? Because you said I was on drugs. I told you she was a regular visitor. She was, in fact, every day I would open my door, she was there. I married her, I married the boy. The father of my son cannot come within 5 feet to my son if I don't have somebody I trust there.
Wow, that looks really.
I married her, I married the boy.
Oh, yeah, the boy, right?
Yeah, he's such a boy.
Okay, all right, so if they're back to your question, you were asking her something.
Yes,
before.
Because you were saying we've been seeing the negative side of Tonto Dike, and basically she's been the one doing the talking all over social media, even though they've been having a back and forth. But I feel like this is still one-sided. I think it wouldn't be complete if we get Churchill in the building.
Okay, yeah, we should get him in the building. But then what she did was she answered the questions that she gave her response to his interviews. So he has also he's not had a video interview. So what he's had a written interview. So what she did was answer or give her side of each story he told during his interviews. And they were mind-blowing. I didn't see the Yahoo part coming. Like, it was huge because people see him as a philanthropist. He helps people at all. It is difficult to sell the Yahoo story because even to me, after the interview, I still watched what we did and I'm like, I find it hard to believe because I see the guy's picture on Instagram. I see what he's done and I'm like, how do you take Yahoo and put there?
How do you marry the two
How do you
together?
it doesn't add up, you know?
Okay, all right. One of the things that I quickly want to talk about, is the fact that she said that he used to be a gardener for his dad. Oh, okay, yeah, but he lied.
Liberian. He was Obasanjo's Liberian. His father was Obasanjo's gardener.
Yes, but that's not the lie that he told Tonto. That's what I'm saying.
No, he told her that he was Obasanjo's son.
There you go then. Okay, so I'm going to ask a very funny question because I feel like if you're dating somebody, you should know everything about their life. They courted for a while, in as much as he may have lied about a lot of things, but there's something called investigation. We always find out about our partner.
You know what, sorry to cut in. We'll come back and you get to ask your question once again, but let's watch the second promo. Maybe this will, give us more,
insights